5 years before the World Wide Web was developed. Steve Jobs said that everyone must buy a home computer because it would link into a nationwide communications network. In 1983, he expressed that "I've always thought it would be really wonderful to have a little box, a sort of slate that you could carry along with you," in response to computers being so bulky. Today, we will be discussing one key question. Is Steve Jobs' motivation a hidden power of his ENTJ personality type? Let us start with some more predictions. We'll be using computers at home for fun. A statement from a Steve Jobs interview with Playboy in 1985. Today, we all have computers in our hands and pockets. Again, during a Steve Jobs speech at the Computer World Information Technology Awards Foundation, he noted, "People are going to stop going to a lot of stores, and they're going to buy stuff over the web." Indeed, e-commerce numbers can attest to how true this statement is. We will trace Steve Jobs' ENTJ personality type and share with you some ENTJ traits. Some ENTJ strengths and weaknesses explain why Steve Jobs is an excellent futurist. Let us get started. 5. Efficient. To be Steve Jobs means to get everything right. Currently, there are 10 correct predictions and 2 wrong ones about the future present to his credit. People, including himself, overturned those 2 wrong ones about hardware not improving in the future and the internet not impacting lives so much. That is how you do things as a futurist and ENTJ, getting things done the right way and with minor mistakes. The question remains, what happens when someone is not efficient in a futurist space? Shortly, the co-founder of Apple has some insights on how employees were treated poorly by Jobs due to their lack of foresight. 4. Logical. ENTJs like Steve Jobs chase rationalism and primary goals to neglect empathy and emotional intelligence. They value arguments and debates, sometimes in a charged manner, because they see it as a way to get their points across. These acts hurt their partners and loved ones, but they can also get the job done. To illustrate, Steve died as a failed father and husband. Jobs denied his first child, Lisa, and claimed that 28% of the United States male population, meaning any white man, could be the father despite paternity tests proving that it was indeed the father. Their relationship was rough, but he reached out to her before he died in 2011. If Steve did not push emotions aside, he could not have been as enterprising and, by extension, a tech icon. Sometimes emotions are holding you back from your full potential. 3. Dominant and ruthless. You are ruthless if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, but you can change that. Now, Steve had an eye for perfection and could find the holes in any situation. Though a classic ENTJ trait that also affects relationships sometimes, according to Steve Wozniak, nobody wanted to work with Steve Jobs. Apparently, he was confrontational and called people idiots all the time. Do you think you can work in such a hostile environment? Let us know in the comments. He made these claims during an interview with the Milwaukee Business Journal. Nonetheless, his ruthless and controlling work culture turned Apple's fortunes around. Hence, this behavior contributes to his meticulous calculations that predict the future effortlessly. Being a commander could rub people the wrong way, but it got the job done by Jobs. One is not dominant and ruthless if they are not right most times. The decisions that ENTJs take are rarely wrong due to their strategic thinking. We will be speaking about that shortly. 2. Strong-willed. ENTJs and futurists need to be determined when assessing current trends as backdrops for tomorrow. It gets challenging, but one of their strengths is overcoming a challenge. Steve Jobs was more energized as he led his team to implement goals. When he predicted that computer owners would manage storage in the future, it was his own desire to have control over his storage. He would never step down as the leading man of his company until his demise. Additionally, his self-confidence made things easier for him. People trusted his opinion and aspired to be like him. Today, some people still aspire to be like Jobs. Therefore, though he was an inventor first, his dedication to thinking ahead and inspiring a younger developer generation kept him going. 1. Strategic thinking. Living in the moment is okay, but not the goal for ENTJs. Their eyes remain on the prize always. Fixing an issue of today only means giving room for problems of tomorrow. Therefore, ENTJs and Futurists examine the issues from the perspective of tomorrow. For example, Steve Jobs knew that people had to tell the computer what they wanted to get a result. He knew that shortly people would need their computers to predict what they were looking for and provide it to them. He indicated that the computer would have a little person in them to anticipate what people wanted. He was speaking to Newsweek Access in 1983 when he said, "It will be as if there's a little person inside the box who starts to anticipate what you want." Today, AI virtual assistants are indispensable digital aids. The ENTJ is futurist, but did we mention how efficient ISTPs are with problem solving? Check out our next video on why ISTPs are so good at solving world problems.